Hi Cancer, this is Morgan with Compass Rose Astrology, and today we're going to be doing a video for your tarot and astrological reading for January 2023. And so we're going to pull some cards for you, and we'll talk a little bit about the astrology that is happening for you this month. Basically, you have a ton of stuff happening in your 7th house. You're probably aware of that by now. But we have Mercury. It's going to be going retrograde once, and then it's going to go direct. And it's going to be making aspects to Uranus over in your 11th house several times this month. So I think the 7th and 11th house are going to be talking to each other quite a bit. The 7th house is the house of relationships. It's about partnerships. It's about the other. So other people in your life are going to play probably a pretty big part for you this month. And the 11th house is the house of kind of like friendships. It's about your networking, about people, and your other kind of aspects of your life. And Uranus kind of like inspires this era of independence and unconventionality, taking the path less common, basically. So I can see that those will be having a huge impact on you, especially because we're going to be having Mercury go direct, and then Mars in the 12th house is also going to be going direct, which might kind of impact your kind of personal narrative that you have going on in your head. I know that the 12th house is typically the house of kind of a feeling of isolation. It's kind of the house that represents you working on your mental health, stuff like that. So I think those are going to be some of the themes that you're going to be experiencing this month, especially because you are ruled by the moon, and we do start off the month with the moon in Gemini in your 12th house. So that's going to be kind of like amplifying that a little bit more. So here we're going to be using the Heaven and Earth Tarot and the Winterseer Companion Oracle. We're going to pull some cards for you at the end. And let me first go ahead and clear our energy with this Rose and Sage bundle and this clearing candle that I made for my readings. And it's made with the intentions to bring in a clarity, understanding, purpose, and success for all of my readings. And I ask Spirit to provide clear messages that will help Cancer in their path forward this month, and to please clear the way for good intentions, good energy, and helpful guidance from Spirit. And I thank you so much, Spirit, for your help, your messages, and for your guidance for Cancer this month. Okay, so let's get going. Okay, so what is Cancer experiencing this month? What is Cancer feeling? Interesting, Cancer. Very fun. Okay, let's get one more card for what Cancer is experiencing this month of January. Okay, lovely. Oh my gosh, Cancer, this is so fun. Okay, so you got two major arcana in your first row, and that's a really, really strong start here. So we have the Lover's card, and this is the, let's see. This is such a beautiful card. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let's start that over. So this is not a major arcana card. This is the Two of Cups. My bad. That's so funny. I was like totally seeing that it was the Lover's card, but it's definitely not. But it does kind of bring in the same themes, but it's way more on the point here. Because in this deck, the Two of Cups is all about commitment and your person. And I think it's really beautiful that we have the Three of Cups right after that and the High Priestess. This is like such a karma reading. Like whatever is happening in your 7th house might have felt a little overwhelming, but I think especially having the Sun in your 7th house that typically can bring in, if you're single or are not in a committed relationship, I think having the sun in the 7th house can really bring in a relationship or a connection, or bring a relationship or connection to the whole next level, and especially with the 3 of Cups. So I think that maybe there's going to be some sort of experience that's a little lighthearted, a little fun, maybe something that brought in another person that inspires this feeling of love and connection. And if you are in a relationship, we have the High Priestess here, which is the symbol of intuition. She is in touch with herself, with all aspects of herself. It's, you know, mental, spiritual, and physical. And she has all the tools that she needs. She has her a book right here that says tarot on it, and it guides her and allows her to be in touch with herself. And I think that whatever kind of connection is happening in your life right now is karmically guided, and it's a very, very strong connection. And if you're not looking for a relationship, this could be something that just really speaks to something that you absolutely love and desire. It could be a hobby, it could be a pet, it could be just something that really tugs at the heartstrings. And I think that it really brings out a lot of joy and happiness in you. And maybe, like, if this is like someone finding a new partner or looking for a partner, this is really bringing in the air of like friendships as well. So you could start out as friends, or maybe you're hoping that someone that is your friend could be something more, or maybe if you are in a relationship, you're just looking to take it to that next level. And I think that this is saying that it absolutely could happen, which is fun. Okay, well, that's a lot of cards. All right, well, we'll take them. We'll take them. Spirit wants us to take them. Okay. Awesome. Okay, look at this. So you have, let me think about this for a second. Okay, so Cancer, what I'm seeing here is that I feel like you've gone through a lot to get to this point of being able to love the way that you want to. And this applies to anybody, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're not, whether you are hoping for a new connection with someone that you're currently talking to. I feel like you've been through a lot. And it's taken you a really long time to finally get to this point of being able to open your heart as much as you are. We have the Strength card here, which is kind of the card for me of coming to terms with some hurts, some kind of more emotionally driven parts of yourself, and some, I don't want to say weaknesses, but it's more like some experiences and memories that guide your decision-making process. And I think that you've finally kind of come to terms with some of the aspects that have happened to you in your life, and you're not allowing that to define yourself. You're really looking for this beautiful kind of 10 of Cups happiness, and that's totally available to you now. Spirit is really saying that like something special is coming into your life, something new, some change. And I think it's coming in the form of the Knight of Pentacles. So this is more of a masculine energy. These readings, of course, are not gender specific. It's, this could, no matter what kind of person you love, this is just the kind of energy that's coming through. They could be a Leo or a Virgo, but this is really kind of like someone that has a really good kind of head on their shoulders. They are kind of slow moving, especially because on this card we have like a horse that isn't moving. So they could be a little bit slower, but I think that's okay. You know, cardinal, Cancer signs are cardinal, so they like kind of that energy, and I think that you might like a little bit of an oomph to it, to some movement here, but this person, this energy is really stable, really knows what they want and knows what they like, so there's no problem there. It's just that they're a little bit slower to move, and I think that this has been a direct reaction to what you've put into your own life. Like, you've really done the work. You've this temperance card really speaks to taking control, taking charge, and allowing your soul to just be, and putting that work into your spirituality and to the kind of goodness of your soul. And I feel like you've gone through a lot. Like, this card is definitely saying that you've gone through a lot to get here, and you've done the work, and now that you're finally ready, something is definitely coming in for you. And I think with having Pluto, this definitely wanted to come out, having Pluto in your 7th house, wow. Okay, we'll just do it. I guess you're gonna have a lot of cards here, Cancer. Having Pluto in your 7th house definitely means that there's been a lot going on for you for quite some time, actually. It's really kind of changing how you look at relationships and how you look at partnerships. And I think it's a direct reflection of how you feel about yourself. And now, like, you're coming in strong. You're the Queen of Swords. You know what you want. You have this beautiful energy about you that allows you to take control over your own life. And I think that you're, let's see. So Venus is also in your 8th house. So I feel like maybe there's some like old ways of approaching relationships, because your Venus is up here with Saturn in your 8th house. And I feel like there were some old ways of approaching relationships that you're just kind of like cutting away. You're like, no, I know what I want. I know what I need to be a good partner as well. And I feel like maybe you've had some not great opportunities in the past, and you were like, no, I don't need that, so I'm not going to take this project on. Basically, you're like, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a project or an empty cup, you know, an empty offer. And I really do think that with the so this is the Princess of Swords. She's the same as the Page of Swords in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck. And typically, to me, this means there's a message or some sort of communication coming in for you. And let me think for 1 second. So you do have quite a few placements in air signs. So this could be something that's been like spiritually and cosmically kind of like owed to you. I think that this is a change in your life that is karmically bound. And it's really going to bring out, oh, this is beautiful. So it's going to be your karmic partner here. This is really cool. So you have a Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups. And so maybe it could be a feeling that there's this really just fiery, kind of passionate connection here. And this person knows what they want, and here you are. You're like bookending both of these. This kind of like future kind of pathway. You're really coming into your own, because this is a Cancer card. This is you at your finest. You are in control of your emotions. You're a compassionate person. You take care of others. You take care of yourself first and foremost. And you know your intuition. You know your intelligence, and you know what you want. And so does this other person. And we love it. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Justice card. So this is definitely karmically and divinely called to you, which is really, really fun. I love that. Wow, Cancer. I don't always do just relationship readings, but I mean, that's what that's what's coming up for you. I can't make this up. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, does Cancer get another oracle card, or are we just gonna stick with a dove? I think that's all you're getting. Sorry, not in a bad way, but we have sometimes they want to send a couple of cards, but this is the dove card. It's about love, and this is your experience this month. This is so sweet. I love it. Oh my gosh. Cancer, you really are coming into your own. Could even be like self-love, you know, that's a big part of it actually. I think like in order to be able to find that true karmic, really enduring love, you have to also find it in yourself, definitely. So, okay, so I'm actually going to read to you from this book that the Winterseer Animal Companion book the deck comes with, because I think that the stories that they tell are actually really, really important, and they incorporate a lot of Irish and Norse mythology in it, which is what I follow in my ancestry and everything. So let me read this to you. So the keywords are love, faithfulness, gentleness, peace, inspiration, disarray, and untidiness. Most species of dove mate for life, which is how they came to be symbols of love and faithfulness. In Christian belief systems, the dove often functions as a messenger of divine care or a bringer of peace. The Christian symbol of the dove, combined with the older pagan symbol of the olive branch, is one of the most well-known emblems of peace and goodwill. In some Irish regions, a messy home or poorly made bed may be referred to as a dove's nest, which references the fact that doves are not very tidy nest builders. In old Irish culture and folklore, it was thought that to confuse the fairies and prevent them from stealing children, those under 7 were called by the names of the birds. Girls could be called, I'm gonna ruin these pronunciations, Spido, Iso, or Kuak? Oh, I did that wrong. Robin, lark, or cuckoo, and boys would be called Coleman, dove. The majority of dove-related lore casts these gentle birds in the role of helper. There are many folk tales in which doves play a role in outsmarting tricky, hostile fairies. For example, in one story, a host of fairies turn themselves into beetles, in which form they set out to eat all the green things they come across. But on their way, a flock of doves rise out of a hole in the ground and eats all the fairy beetles and saves the farmlands from destruction. Okay, cool. So, in a reading, the dove's overall message is one of goodwill and helpfulness, love, and romantic or domestic feelings. Focus on what you love and channel your energy in that direction. In difficult times, this card may remind you of relationships in your life from which you can draw strength or comfort. If you are pondering big decisions and seeking guidance, this card may be urging you to look toward home and to care for those nearest you. Honor feelings of love and care. Focus your good intentions, even if you feel inadequate or unsure of how to help. Being of service is sometimes a messy and inexact business, but like the inexpert nest building of the dove, we can nurture and care for others despite our personal imperfections. And that's a beautiful passage, and I just want to apologize for not being able to pronounce all the words there. So, but I hope it still got the message across. This was a beautiful reading, Cancer. I'm so happy that all of this really great information came up for you. Please feel free to comment. I'd love to hear if any of this resonates for you, or if you have any stories that might relate to the cards or to the astrology of the month. I really look forward to talking to you, and I will see you in our next tarot reading. All right, bye.